knowledge on patent, then technology transfer, innovation. What do you find from this one? What is this? Is it a normal brochure? There is some innovation in this also. Is it, sir? Sir, Varghese sir, there is an innovation in this.
Yeah.
You made it or?
I made it for myself as a bookmark.
Okay.
And my card also, visiting card also, brochure, everything. That's, yeah. Usual bookmark is not like this. No. It can be used as a bookmark also. So those who don't want my information, let them take it at least for using as a bookmark.
This is called innovation. This is exactly what is called innovation. So the lectures which you are listen today is actually it's called value addition, right? So if you can add some value to a product, that's an innovation. Otherwise, it's normal. Right? So you can present things. You can present things, normal things in an extraordinary way. Then the people will look at you. Then the university will look at you. The world will look at you. So maybe the things, this is, I just saw this in his, with his permission I took one, though I may not join.
It's given to you.
Yeah. So I asked Dr. Vijay to, post my class in the post-lunch session so that some of you can sleep also. Right. So because I am not directly telling something which is related to patent or something. Okay. But I will share some of my thoughts. Slides are mostly taken from the internet, not mine. But some of the thoughts are mine. So the promoting, or I.
Next slide,
Yes, I want to say something.
Maybe you can give him the other mic. Rahul, give him the other mic.
No problem.
Sir.
No, this is okay, fine. So, next slide. So, what is this picture? I don't know, I think she has reached it. So, tell me from today's observation and today's class, can you tell me something about from this picture with regard to today's topic? One or two lines, words. What do you see from this? Nothing? Then very difficult to get patent. If you see something, from this, you could. What essentially it conveys through these pictures? Anybody? You want to say something?
Yeah, because how the person stay in the earth, it is no longer in the space, and also the differences. Like she's like floating, they are floating, not like floating. So the scenario for.
So actually, there are many things. One is technology.
Yeah.
So technology is one thing. So innovation. Then the courage to take a risk. She was there, I think, for the last 7 months. Because we don't have the courage to do things, take risks. So, you can write one or two essays. You can write in different way, different perspective, depending upon how you look at this. Right? So that's what essentially Sir also was telling, how you interpret the law, how you interpret the abstract, what could be the end product. All these are, depends upon your perception, your knowledge level, and the processes which you are making with the data. Okay. So therefore, I have just taken this picture. I was just reading that, in which shuttle she is coming down. Who made that? Owner? Musk. So, from where these inventions and technologies are coming up? Why universities cannot go for such type of inventions, technologies and all? Well, it is possible, Next slide. Next. It will go. So, because I have time, I will tell you some of the things. You know, all these are known. All are science graduates. All are. Any arts background? Any arts background? Humanities? No. Whether the innovation is science or arts. So now this the everything is changing, you know, from time to time. There is a term called you try to de-learn whatever you have learned and relearn. Okay. Relearning is an important process in life. If you do not relearn, you will remain there where exactly maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 days before. So you want to change means you relearn some of the things and new things also you can learn. So therefore science is no more belongs to the science students. Right? So it is, if you look at the debate, it is a systematic attempt to understand and interpret the world, the universe. Okay? So the universe, if you, the physics, they know that it started in 13.7 billion years ago. Now there is another group says, you know, the Big Bang theory started in 23.7 billion years ago. So you have to rework the whole time now. What happened from 13.7 billion years ago, you have to rework with the 23.7 billion years ago. So up to this level we have reached. So therefore, it includes everybody, those who are studying arts, humanities, social sciences, whatever. How you interpret it depends upon the scales of literacy. What is literacy means? The knowledge which has been created, you have to read, comprehend, consume, right? Then the second one is the numeracy. Numeracy means the data. The data which you are getting, how do you interpret it? How do you analyze it? How do you make a conclusion of that particular data? So then the science will come. So therefore, whatever the arts people doing, the humanities, there is also science in it. Therefore, you might have heard that political science. So there is science in everywhere, if you look at that way. So that is the boundary is going now. Now comes the technology. Because scientific knowledge is very important to develop technologies. Technology is the application of the scientific knowledge to create tools, systems, and solutions that improve human life and solve problems. So that is our main aim, ultimately. So why do you want to get patent, to get a certificate? No. Whether that can create an impact in the society, whether that can be a product which can be useful to the society or to other system or the ecosystem. So there are two terms, invention and innovation, right? All these things you have learned now. What is the basic difference? So telephone was invented by whom? Telephone? I think Alexander. So that was an invention. So now the innovation is that your digital, gadgets or this phone, iPhone, all these things are innovations. So are you prepared to convert the invention to innovation, or you are prepared to do an invention, or both? These are the things which these eminent personalities discussed about the things. So another one is the entrepreneurship. That is very important. Not for the individual, for the university should have an entrepreneurship. That's very important. I have one slide on that. That we are lacking nowadays. Therefore, we can't compete with the global universities. In a university refers to fostering an environment where students, faculty, researchers can develop and launch innovative ideas, startups, business ventures, spin-offs, etc. The technological advancement and innovation driven by translation research, we have a translation research here, incubation center, are essential for building academic discoveries with the real world applications, fostering societal progress and economic growth. Because now, we are no more safe in the academic institution in terms of economic stability, sustainability, because the private universities are coming up. Even in Kerala also, it is going to come soon. So this advancement is very much essential, very much essential. Otherwise, it's very difficult. That's why you are the youngsters going to work here or somewhere. So they will ask you your vision. Maybe the interview may not be like, what is the quantum theory or the other biomarkers and all. They will ask you how you are going to contribute to the institution for the next 2 years. There should be some definite answers for that. What is your vision about this particular area? Something like that. These are the kind of questions you are going to face as young researchers, I'm telling you. Next. So she was talking, asked me to talk about the culture. Culture is something, we have to think what is culture is all about. What culture we have. So the culture of innovation in a university environment that encourages faculty, students, employees to think, share, create creative ideas and solutions. In a culture of innovation, everyone feels confident. That's more important. Maybe next day, you have to empower you. That process is a big challenge, right? To brainstorm and introduce new ideas. Creating an innovative culture in our university is important because it provides us the opportunities to develop new ideas that can benefit the institution and stakeholders. So next, so when I look to the LinkedIn, there are many slides. Okay, so one of the best slides is there are 5 strategies. Okay, 5 strategies. One is inspire. This is what kind of inspiration she is doing under the umbrella of the TRIP KU and CV and IPR. So we have to inspire people. How they accommodate, imbibe our inspiration is a different issue altogether. Second one is organize. You organize programs. You organize people. You organize the top people, middle, and the stakeholders, so that there should be a link, there should be a connect between the top to the bottom. If it is disconnect, it's very difficult to pull on or move. Then another word is called synergize. Synergize means today you have seen a synergy here. SAR came from all the way from Bangalore, right? The IPR cell director, joint director. There was a synergy, right? So output will be different. Yeah, the end product will be different from if an individual doing all these things. It will be a different one. So the synergy or synergize the system is very important. That's what we are trying now, right? Then you empower people, make them feel and confident that they can do it. I'm there, don't worry. So I can support you. If you are safe in my hands, if you can tell them, definitely that sort of an empowerment is missing one way or other. Rather, you empower them, you just push back or pull out the hand. Suddenly there is a sudden fall. Then you never come up with any idea or something like that. So that type of empowerment, continuous back-to-back support is very much essential in this aspect. Then the reward. Reward is a big question. How do you reward, how do you extend rewards to these people, those who are coming up with innovations and the idea? It's also a big challenge. So these are if you want to create a culture of innovation, these are the key points which are essential to go ahead with us next. So how to do it? Right. That's an important question and very frequently asked question. Okay, so we have a plan how to go about it. So we need a strong leadership in every institution. Leadership starts from the Vice Chancellor to the syndicate, to the other academic level, to the departments and other directors. All there should be some strong visionaries and leaderships. Then the autonomy. autonomy is something, it's not the kind of freedom which is given you, but in all type of autonomy, in the sense, the financial autonomy also it includes. It's administrative autonomy and all type of autonomy, whatever it can extend to the entrepreneur or the faculty or the student within the framework of the university rules, statutes, and etc. Then the trusting environment, innovative strategy, positive outlook on failure. Okay. So I told about the Sindra Williams, I showed you the attitude. Then collaboration, incentives, and funding. Right. So if I cut short some of the strategies, next slide. You can see there are 5 strategies. Okay. This is not mine. This is Deepak Chowdhury's concept. One is psychological safety. Psychological safety is very important. Okay. So the psychological safety is achieved by creating an atmosphere of trust. Okay. Trust is important, where everyone feels valued, heard, and supported. Leaders here. Okay. I told about the first the leaders. Okay. That means our administrative head or policy makers play a crucial role in fostering psychological safety by encouraging employees to speak them, valuing their contributions, and creating an equal playing field where everyone's ideas are considered. So this safety is very important. This has to be offered. That's the one thing the university can offer to the stakeholders. That's number one. Second one, experimentation. Earlier, when I was a student here, master student, teacher was there in the biochemistry department. But the experiment we used to conduct is only confined to a particular department. There was no other connect. But you provide a facility for experimentation. This cliff is one of the best examples here. You have multiple experimental facilities available which you can use, and you can go to another department and you can do your experiment. So the experimentation is also you have to provide a facility for experimentation. Next one, collaboration. The need of the hour is collaboration. Collaborate with the departments. There are 44 departments in the university, including the SPE. Whether we are collaborating with each other, that's number one. We have different centers. Most of the centers, the name you may not be knowing also. Some of them are called inter-university centers. We have CAFE, we have many facilities. So that atmosphere, exchange of ideas, question the status quo. Somebody has to question, right? And enhance each other's ideas. Encouraging communication, teamwork, and coordination will prevent task redundancy and produce powerful solutions. So collaboration is highly essential. Next. Autonomy. I talked about autonomy. This element means that you enable your workforce to take control of their work, set their goals, and decide how to achieve them. So this autonomy is very, very important. Otherwise, we cannot do such type of innovation and other type of works. Then support. I said about this support. So the support is very much important. So this is what I talked about. So she got US patent. I think CB also got some patents. Yeah, she got patent. Teacher has got patent. Sarah, how many patents you have?
I don't have any patent.
Today our CB sir is a lot of patents. So they are created by motivated people. It's not the system. So because of their ambition, their motivation, their dedication, their commitment, these patents came. So if you give a supportive environment at the university level, inventions, innovations, creativity, everything will improve. Silently it will grow. Finally, you will create a competitive advantage. So the competitive advantage means, something which it gives a unique strength to you. Okay, and you will get an upper hand over your competitors because your university is supporting you, right? So then they will provide you superior technology, cost efficiency, brand reputation, all these things will automatically come. Finally, the university's peer perception, the ranking, everything automatically increases by supporting these people. The university gains actually. So that is the thing which we need to tell to the administrators that these are the links, and finally what happens or how the university benefits, we have to communicate them properly. Next slide. So I wanted to tell you the comparison. Comparison in the sense, we are just working like a normal university. Okay, so let it go, because which is started, we always praise about legacy. We started in 1937 by Maharaja, and we have evolved. But if you look at the normal university, the teaching and learning, traditional lectures as a fixed curriculum, they're happy with that. Traditional teacher will come and lecture you 1 hour, 2 hours. When I was a student, and they used to lock the room inside and lecture for 2 hours continuously. And the teacher, so when I became teacher, I removed that particular fashion. Anyway, I'm not telling that those times are bad, but rigid certain systems. Okay. But now we have changed it. In teaching learning, experience learning, project-based learning, digital schools, all things came out. Research and development, at that time, focus on research, academic research and publications. Maximum publications, then 1 or 2 patents, that to confine to certain people or certain departments. But now the approach has changed. So now applied research, high-end publications. We are trying to publish in Nature and journals, patents, IQAC, technology transfer, everything is coming into picture. The technology integration is actually, in today's world, it is very high. Limited digital adoption. Because I was a student here, I am quoting myself because all the things which I can easily remember, that's what I'm telling. I asked my professor, Rajendra Nair, he knows that's what I'm telling. Sir, we need a computer. Please purchase it. In mathematics department, there is a computer. Then he told me, after 2-3 days, he asked me to come after 2-3 days. Okay. Then he told Shaji, I am happy that you have asked a computer. Computer is nothing but a glorified typewriter. So your request is denied. So, from that, I thought, okay, it may be a type of a computer, because we have computer and other things like that. So, from there, we have moved up. Industry and entrepreneurship, okay. Limited industry interaction job, because most of us would like to get into a government job. It's a job-oriented curriculum, okay, just get into a job. Startup. Limited seats for BA. Teacher,
This is the first pattern, prospects.
Nowadays startups, incubators, strong industry partners, spin-off companies, etc. There is societal impact. So earlier it was primarily knowledge transfer. Okay, you create some knowledge at the university level, you transfer them to the young people so that they can use it. But we are not the people to tell them or solve their problems, if at all. So now, innovations and interventions, societal interventions and sustainability and global teaching, all of these are our goals these days. Then interdisciplinary approach. Earlier it was subject-specific learning. Those who are learning, physics, they will learn physics, right? So that changed now. It's cross-disciplinary program, research and innovation. Then student involvement, passive learning and exam focused mostly. Now the outcome-based, active problem-solving, hands-on project entrepreneurship skills. So now the students are empowered to take risk. They are ready to take risk to start a company or to do some other work and all these things. So these are the changes, okay, in the innovative system. But the problem is still, all of us, including me. The first thing, when I was listening a lecture by Suresh Das was telling, the first command whenever you go any new place, the first command goes to the brain is that be safe. Okay? Be safe. Be safe. Comfortably sit somewhere. Be safe. Look at around. So I also do the same. When you go to somewhere, any place, you just look around. Okay, whether I am safe or not. So by nature, humans are torn between security and adventure. Security in the sense where you seek shelter. Right. So you're comfortable. Okay, whatever lecture notes, write exam, then go. Right. Disappear. Adventure means you take risk, just like Sunita Williams or any other things. You ready to take risk things, but you should have different contrasting outcome will come. Okay, it will pay. Sometimes it's a pay, sometimes it will be money. But there are assessed risks that you should understand. But assessed risk always pays. Being creative is risky. Being creative is risky always. Okay. Higher price, but also higher reward. The other one, the green, is very good. Ideas without risk are useless. Right, without risk. Why? Risk without ideas are stupid. You are ready to take risk, but no idea. I'm ready. So after this class, okay, sir, we are ready to take risk. I don't know how Dr. Shaji will help you without ideas, but with ideas, okay, you can go. What does that highlights is the inner conflict between staying safe, predictable environment, and stepping into the unknown for growth and excitement. That you have to decide. This is the world where, the people are running in other universities. I know because I visited many universities. You are just walking, actually. Then who will reach faster? Who will reach faster? What is the difference between scalar and vector? Scalar? Direction. The other one?
Scalar is direction, plus vector is direction.
Vector as direction and? Which is important, magnitude or direction? Why? I can come here today. I am standing here. I can come. I stay in Kesaldas. I can come here by auto. I can come by here helicopter. I can come here by walk. Right? If I go towards south, will I reach here? Towards east. So in certain time, direction is very important. Otherwise you don't reach there. Right? Though these magnitude and directions are equally important, certain times, direction is more. Otherwise you won't reach here. Google but direction is sometimes very important. So this is a kind of direction. So the magnitude is there. It is there. Direction sometimes very important. So you have to choose what you want. You want to take risk or you say this one. Nowadays, the successful inventions are demand-driven. Okay. So the universities are famous. Some of the universities are famous because of their inventions. For example, COVID vaccine, right? And whether our university, I wish, I may be retiring after 5 years. So I wish is that this university is known for some inventions. Whether that is possible, I don't know whether she will take care of that, by collecting all the ideas and all these things. So the successful inventions are demand-driven, whether that we can do it. I mean, you are capable of doing this. Because I bought this textbook 2 days back. Okay. This is Yuval Noah Harari, a famous writer. Always he writes about the brief history of something. One is the Sapiens is brief history of humankind. This is the brief history of information network from Stone Age to AI. So why I am telling the innovations and inventions should not be destructive. So in this book he says, this AI will kill you. It's a self-destructive tool, something like this. So, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes, some inventions may be harmful. That we have to be very careful. Therefore, the role of ethics is very important. Ethics and values which existing in a system has to be followed. That is more important when you go for inventions, innovations, etc. Next. So these are the general perceptions now. When you look about the translation, innovations, the vast majority of the faculty members and students are unexposed to innovation. But they know about it as a scientific and holistic process and misreads it with creativity. But still, research and innovation is sometimes seen as a random process and believe that it is not meant for everyone. Don't think that after this lecture, these 50 are meant for innovation. All are. So we should include all. That's called your inclusiveness. The reason for this misunderstanding is that innovation has not evolved into a discipline in our university. It is not a discipline at all. It is somebody's property. It is somebody's thought process, but it has to evolve as a discipline. And another more importantly, innovation is not taught in any of the undergraduate or graduate programs or postgraduate programs of a university. When I searched it is not included 99% of institutions in India. In the undergraduate level, I'm talking. Research methods are yet to find any place in the undergraduate curriculum, except in some new generation institutions like IAC. As individuals, we are unprepared to face refutations even if we claim innovation is a priority. You know that. This is a priority, but very difficult. Next. Okay. There is a pigeonholing policy means. There is a pigeonhole theory in the mathematics. There are 7 pigeonholes are there, but there are 8 pigeons. So one pigeon has to sit somewhere. Right? So, in other words, the policies may. But if you look at the University of Kerala also, we have a too rigid system here sometimes because of the statutes, acts, etc. confined to specific areas or not adapted enough to address wider challenges sometimes. So we have to make policy changes sometimes. So how to unify the schemes? That's a big challenge. Then the leadership challenge at the institution level. Sometimes we face that. If we want a change in an innovative way, there should be some directions from the leaderships. Robust innovation ambience in the university is a function of shared mindset and culture of innovation which cannot be done by policy enacting alone. Okay, this policy is implemented. It is passed in the Senate, syndicate. Nothing will happen. It will remain in the paper. So there should be some discussions. We are very much worried about the industry-academia connect. There are certain reasons, that's called the organizational culture. Okay. One is the knowledge difference, the knowledge difference in the universities and the industries. So that, for them, our knowledge may be tacit versus explicit, basic versus applied, general versus specific. So these differences can make it difficult to communicate, understand and integrate the knowledge across universities and industries. The second one is the goal difference. I'm not reading. Goal difference between the university and the industry. Sometimes there may be a mismatch. Then the cultural difference. The university system has a different culture, the industry has a different culture. So how to integrate these things, then only you can think about the organization culture change. Okay, next. See, this is sustainable development knowledge circulation. It is actually called a circulation of knowledge. It's a cycle. Education ecosystem in all from the primary level to the higher education system develops human capital and skilled workforce. The political system, they are the creators of policies and legal framework for us. Natural environment, promote the green lifestyle, environmental protection, etc. etc. Economic system encourages sustainable values and job growth. Media and culture spreads knowledge and social awareness. Innovation in a system connects all the system to drive sustainable development. So the innovation can connect all these systems that you can make an equilibrium by connecting all these streams in a very systematic way. So therefore, we have a big role, those who are handling the innovation system. Next. These are the questions, maybe you can give these questions to these participants or to the whole. Some of the questions I just returned. Just to get an idea about where they stand in terms of innovation, technology transfer, etc. For example, how familiar are you with the concept of technology transfer at universities? And what improvements, so I am not reading now, what improvements would you suggest to enhance technology transfer effectiveness at your institutions? Why I am telling you such type of questionnaires? Your answer can contribute a lot because you are in minds. Your thought process are different than me. That's so your idea sometimes give a lot of input to us to formulate policies. Data is very important. Critical thinking, critical data, which is provided by you, are very important for us to make a policy. So some of the questions can be given to them. So they will give you some answers, some just like a feedback you are giving. Next. Now, I told you about the entrepreneurship in universities. The global level, universities will be assessed in a different way. Now, the academic and research and other extension, innovation, etc. will be assessed. Just like we have NIRF ranking, QS ranking, and many parameters are there. But now the universities are going to assess based on the entrepreneurship in universities. The criteria which they are going to have, the main one is scientific and technological research competence. What is the competency level of scientific and technological research? So they will ask some of the data because I am in the IQAC, I am working, so I need data from all the sections. So number of scientific publications, number of citations, number of projects, amount of funds obtained from projects, number of national and international science awards, number of doctoral graduates. These are some of the things which we have to provide. Next one is the main criteria. There are main criteria. Intellectual property, IP. Number of national patent certificates, number of national utility model certificates, number of international patent applications, number of international patent certificates. So these are important for. Another criteria is cooperation and interaction. See, under the category, if you look at the number of projects carried out in collaboration with the industry. When I look at the data, we have only very few, maybe one or two. We don't have data on that. The amount of funds obtained from industry collaboration projects. Because we are not tapping the source, our industry as a source of funding. We have government funding, DST and all, there are the state government, etc., plan funding, etc. But number of internationally collaborated projects. amount of funds obtained from international cooperation projects, number of circulating academic students. Circulating means exchange. We have less number. We don't have international faculty. That's why we cannot figure in the QS ranking in the top 1,000 or 100 because we don't have any international faculty. The number of international students are less compared to the other institutions. Therefore, we are coming down in the rank. So we are placed in the Asia ranking, South Asia ranking, etc., not in the actual QS ranking. And the number of students enrolled in the industrial doctoral program or number of doctor students who do research with the support of industry. Their synopsis you are taking up. Right. They will give you a synopsis. Or they will give you a problem. You do research on that. They will fund it completely 100%. How many students are there in your university? I don't have much data on that. That's what I'm trying to do. Another criteria is economic and social contribution. Number of academic firms. Right. Here comes our spin-offs, companies, startups, etc. Number of student graduate firms. Net sale revenue from the academic firms. Again coming economics, right? Student graduate firms, utility models, industry designs, license, etc. etc. These are the questions which nowadays they are asking. Therefore, for any university, especially University of Kerala, this innovation and related activities are very much essential. So these are the suggested framework by Vladimir and all. I'm not telling you that just do it. Just do it. Whatever possible way. Only thing is that you have to clearly understand when you start doing research whether it is a grade-driven research. That's the number one question you have to ask yourself. What is my role in preparing that particular synopsis? Right. What is the expected outcome of my thesis? This is very important. This, sometimes your grade may be telling all these things. I tell you the number one, whether your research is a grade-driven research. Second one, what I told, second one? What is the involvement, percentage involvement in preparing your synopsis? Right? I don't talk about the objective methodology, forget about it. Third one, what are the expected outcomes of your patient? Well, in the beginning itself, because you are very clear. Your paths are, directions are very much clear. So you make it that way. These are the model. I won't read all these things, but very, very result-oriented, action-oriented research. Next. See, I am expecting, this is my expectations. I don't know whether you can meet it. See, you have to think about the university as an ecosystem, as a research ecosystem. We have 43 research departments. We have 56 affiliated research centers in the university. We have around 1,300, more than 1,300 research gates in the University of Kerala. You may be wondering, these much gates we have. There are 4,300 research scholars are on the rolls of the University of Kerala. Can you believe this? 4,300 research scholars are on rolls. Maybe they are 20 years old, 20 years maybe before they have registered. That much. 500 plus PhDs are produced annually. 500 plus. Right. You have many facilities, click this facility. So what is the number of patents? You ask Dr. Vijay. How many? 10.
10 granted patents.
10 granted. That too with her great effort and continuous back-to-back pressurization or even requestant also. Can you think that whether we can make 100 patents from this data? Is it achievable? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Yes.
It's possible. ഇറങ്ങിയിട്ട് പിന്നെ ഇപ്പം പോയാൽ പറ്റത്തില്ല. Something like patent എങ്ങനെ പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല, അങ്ങനെ വരുമോ patent? Is it easy to get patent? But they can find, from this data, what do you think?
If they publish, probably that can be converted into patents. Your own publication.
At least I want only 10 technology transfers. 10. I don't know. Is it too less, sir?
That will be difficult to answer.
Very
Because
difficult.
somebody should be in India who is there to buy your technology.
Nobody is there. So shall I make to one?
No.
With your consent, I
You
can.
should try, otherwise you should have your own startup. Here itself you should produce.
Sir, our startup, we have 72.
That startup, you should form a company also. Faculties should be allowed, the inventors, owners should be allowed to start a small company also. They should come out. You make your own and sell.
That's what 5 spin-offs I have written.
That translation also is the primary thing. You are expecting somebody else to come. Why don't you? You know.
In the presentation, I had very clearly mentioned about faculty startups. Starting this year.
Yeah.
So don't worry, it will come soon.
It will come, sir. I have given a
Faculty plus one investor.
Yes, that is why I was talking to you about the innovation block.
Okay. So now the obstacles, okay? We have to find out about these obstacles. I know. One is innovators are seen as irritating viruses. Sometimes. Yeah. Troublemakers.
One more risk is there.
Yeah.
Because
I can add.
Big risk is there. One colleague of mine, my candidate only, is doing patent class with me. Her name is Jyoti, Dr. Jyoti. She is a dental teacher. She made an invention, she has a patent. Okay? And Colgate was very interested. They learned everything from her, then they didn't come back.
That's the danger, yes.
They learned everything. How all properties, formulations, everything they learned. She made a formulation for dental treatment. Dental something, anyhow, it is patented. They didn't come back. They have better things, they will modify that and they will make their own paste.
That's
So, what is the guarantee?
Yeah, that's
You will disclose them, these big giants, and then from your,
We
they
have
will
to-
make an incremental
maybe-
modification and send you.
We have
May
to-
know you, may not
That
know.
is why, that's what happens when you move individually. Within an
That's what it's
organization,
We have to create an ecosystem.
I just want to tell you, here, our friend Ajay Ghosh is there. He transferred certain technology. Probably you connect to, Ajay Ghosh?
Yeah, I mean,
You will connect with Ajay Ghosh, how they do, because they are able to do some technology transfer, and he made a lot of money also for the institute. Ajay Ghosh.
he gave it. So anyway,
He will tell you how they get win.
thank you, sir. So university normally, innovations when they do not fit into any of their existing research profiles. Okay, sometimes it is not. Don't do this right now. We will focus on something else. So the budget allocation process is designed to support existing research and development. Suppose if you put forth a new idea, maybe sometimes it may not be easily acceptable by the policymakers. Right? So existing, they will allocate. Okay, this much money is for this one. If I ask 20 crores for this or 25 crores for this, they may be very skeptical, and sometimes they may allocate 2 lakhs. Neither you can do anything, no you can, right? So to convince people, so that's also very important. Allocation for certain projects are new ideas are eroded by subtle discouragement rather than by explicit vetoes. Withholding of funding. So here the finance officer thinks that sometimes there are 20 lakhs allocated. Okay, we will release 1 lakh. You utilize and come back. It cannot be utilized, without getting 20 lakhs. So how to convince these things? These are the big challenges for the faculty members. I am telling you the just general naysaying, like, negative kind of attitude. And some of them, they say that, innovations are some of their problem, to get their benefit of smart things and all these things next. So, ease of doing business, that's actually in the government is also now implemented, ease of doing business. In one day, you can get a license to start a business or a company or any business, right? Ease of doing business. All departments will come together and give you the license. Okay. Whether that type of ease of doing business and innovation can be implemented at the university level, we have to think about that. Okay. Because we need to promote the technology transfer and collaboration, adoption of IP management strategy, procedures and rules. Simplification measures are required in order to avoid possible administrative delays. Ippozhithe file going draft in a fair system still here continues. So how to get rid of that is an important thing. Then the appointments of TTOs, okay, technology transfer officers. Maybe we can give a recommendation. We do have a Dr. BG, technology transfer officers here.
This year's budget we have given.
Yeah. So we need more technology transfer officers, designated people. Okay. Then the professional, dedicated teams and talented to be developed. Then the optimization. Optimization is required in all levels in the communication. Optimization means it gives the correct result. Optimization is the computer science. Maybe Dr. Philomena Simon can tell more about optimization, the importance of optimization. Is it? What do you think? Optimization is required?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So optimization is very important. That rarely happens. Okay. Next. So this is the technology transfer life cycle. I just got the next slide. I'll tell you this one. So, when you look at, when I was closely looking at these, all these things are happening here. Okay, research, invention disclosure, assessment, IP protection, marketing. So maybe at the assessment, IP protection level, we are there. The next level, marketing, selecting a license, licensing, commercialization, revenue, reinvestment, all these process has to be initiated. Is it so? Maybe at the fourth level we are reaching, but we have to reach the technology transfer life cycle from.
Sir, I will add one point.
Sir.
The IP protection. The moment you get a patent application number, you can start marketing. Don't wait for the grant.
Wait. So that.
Don't wait for the grant. Please note.
Yeah.
The moment you get a patent application number, you should help the research guides and inventors. You should not give them a big task because they have all duties to do. So you should support them. The university should support them.
Okay. That's what I am doing.
After getting the application number, see, for them they have some income capabilities and things will be there. If you pressurize them, they will not leak the secret also. They will not leak.
Yes.
So some kind of support system, reduce their workload, teaching load or something you will have to reduce.
Next.
Once they have to involve in this piece.
Next one is this technology readiness level. Okay. So these are the TRL phases. Okay. Research, lab, simulation, operational environment. Okay. If these three phases next, you can see like this. The TRL level 1 to 9. Maybe you can add more also. Basic principles in the research phase, idea development, experimentation, prototype testing, digital simulation, prototype development, field testing, certification, market adoption. So these things might have been delivered now because I am telling you this TRL level also very important. Okay, these how I don't know how these can be introduced in the curriculum. At least in the post-graduation level, we are thinking. But to convince every board of studies is another task. Right. So the TRL level, at least, the terms, at least, they should be familiar with. Now the values. We have a system where we are diverse, we are innovative, equity, integrity, inclusive, respect. All these things are there. The atmosphere is fine. The ecosystem is good as far as the University of Kerala is concerned. We do all these things. We are adaptive, inclusive. Even we take care of the underprivileged, the physically challenged, all taking care of everything. The system is fine. The core values are in place, so to move ahead. So there is no problem there. Next. Now we have to transform the faculty. How to transform the faculty means faculties are all good, All faculty, whatever we have 298 permanent faculty positions, but we do have shortage in faculty because of the recruitment processes and problems. So we need to give training for foster a culture of innovation, provide research support and funding, establish own industry societal links. So university can do something on these aspects, strengthen the intellectual property right, the commercialization, then promote professional development and recognition. So these are the things which are there, but systematically we have to do and give to the teachers. Next is, so this is another suggestion which is, this is actually practiced in the University of Michigan Technology University, USA. What they do is, it's called a student fellow program. You take at least 50 students, okay, undergraduate students. For maybe now we have a trip there. You put them there, 50, with the funding and all these things. So these students you can tell them first that you can translate your achievement into your personal growth. If you say that it is going to contribute to the university, they may not come, right? The personal growth is important. Their personal gain is important. So think of hiring approximately 50 undergraduate and graduate student fellows to the university. Maybe the selection process we can decide later. Maybe young brains can bring them to this one. So we will provide them leadership, collaboration, critical thinking, resilience, etc. Then by that process, you will identify the core competency of that particular student. 50 core competency, minds will come up. And I don't say that. I'm not saying that they will do wonders, but through a structured progression system, student can level up. Definitely, they can level up. Level up in the sense, if they are here, they can go to that level. So, mentoring process, student fellow program we have to initiate. Maybe under certain trick and other joint APRs to work in this. So that finally end up in innovation. So that's what essentially we have to do. So innovation can be a daily reality. It's not the annual process, or it is not a 1 or 2 persons property. So it has to be seen just like a daily reality. I'm not reading because my time is up to 4:30. I'll stop in the 4:30. Next. So more and alternative funding models. We have to show them, especially faculty, because nowadays whatever is coming up in the net and all these things from the IQAC I used to send to the faculty members. So we have to show them more and alternative funding models. Okay? Funding from private foundations, capital venture, angel investors, corporate bodies, CSR funding, international organization, crowdsourcing, innovation, prizes and competitions, more funding from government, platform, etc. So there are many options. We are not talking that because of the problem in getting release the fund from the system to the individual project investigator. So that time, we have to reduce. How to reduce, as soon as they get money in the university, it has to be released. So these are the importance. Then we need, this is my suggestion here, chief innovation officers. We have alumni in different parts of the world. So we should have some positions of chief innovation officers. They may not, demand money also sometimes because they are being the alumni of this university.
In this respect, I will tell you there is IAC model is the Indian Institute of Science. Okay, there are minimum staff and high Don't suggest so many TTOs, innovative officers.
One is okay.
No, but you have to study the model of IAC.
Okay, we'll set. Because
Then only you should plan.
this is not.
Otherwise, it will become a big burden on.
No, sir. This is only.
Burden on government, university,
That why-
and giving salary. Just because
No.
I don't know about it, but IAC you study how
No,
the
no,
government.
this is what I am telling,
It is
sir.
from science.
Sir, this is what I am telling. This is not salary.
Same model you follow. If
Sir,
you want to follow.
this I understand. This is not salary I am telling you. Those who are working in countries like USA, UK, Germany, we identify a person who studied here, right? He was an alumni here. He will be an innovative officer for the university, right? So university will appoint.
One thing I tell you, I told you I was studying in Cochin University. Then for PhD, then I went to IIT Kharagpur. I saw the number of supporting staff at IIT Kharagpur is very minimal. Whereas Cochin University, polymer science and development technology department, one section officer, another accountant, another person administration.
So I am not telling about our university, sir.
No, so see sir, these are all a big burden and our government fund will go like anything.
So
Whereas
actually-
in IIT departments, there is no section officer and all, there is a common only.
I know.
There is no
I worked in central government.
you understand. There is only one typist here.
I know.
And there is only one type.
There are
One,
no CD officers in central government.
This kind of
I know.
department, a purchase of
So,
and all is not there.
What I am trying to say is that these people can be the alumni. So we do not have much network in the international level for innovation, collaborations, collecting funds and things like that. So this can be voluntary type of things. There are people who came here, they are ready to do that. But next. So this is the final one. Our aim, University of Kerala, to transform Kerala University into a dynamic, innovative, future-ready ecosystem. Innovation starts with a dream, and an entrepreneur may convert the dream into an action and the real outcome, the real product. The way to success is paved by lessons from failures. The last one I put in red. Today's inventions need to be on the market before tomorrow morning. Otherwise, others will fit them first. Sir told this one only. It has to go. Otherwise, they will take. We cannot stop it. So this is the time where if you have something idea, invest it, make money after you create. Next. I thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Vijayan, Joint Director, to KU for inviting me to give a talk in this as well. CBKs and all participant teachers and all for the patience and listeners. It is exactly 1 hour. Thank you for the nice listening. Anything you want to interact with me, you can do.